welcome to This Day. It is Monday and it is June 13th. There are no meetings today, so we'll jump to who's on our show. Well, we have Elsie Addington, who is a director with the Golden Rain Foundation, and she has a report for us from the meeting that happened last week. And then we're going to talk to Tom McCrae about golf course safety. Now, of course, golf course safety is very important, especially if you are walking along some of the walkways that are very close to some of the holes. So we're going to tell you where those are and what are some of the things you need to be careful about. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. Well, as soon as we burn off this yucky fog this morning, it is a little bit wet out there, so the fog is a bit heavy. We are going to clear to some very sunshine skies. Take a look at these numbers. We are looking at sunny skies today in the 70s, 75, 62, 77, 64. Then we get warmer, 82, 69, and 85, 62. Friday, 80, 60. Our sunrise this morning was at 5:40, and our sunset will be at 8:01. Now, thank you so much to Joel Goldstein for sending us this photo. He took a trip up on the orange balloon that is in the Irvine Park and gave us a shot right out of the bottom of that thing. So very cool. Thank you for sending that in. And of course, if you have a photo you would like to share with us, please email it to Laguna Woods Village TV at gmail.com, and we are looking for summertime photos. All right, when we come back, we'll have Elsie Addington, so stick around.
By staying home, the community of Orange County has made a difference. But doing so shouldn't mean putting your own health at risk. Hogue wants you to know that safe, quality care is available. Don't ignore or delay the medical attention you need. From routine checkups to revolutionary treatments, Hogue is here for you, just as we have been for almost 70 years. Like no other time before, your healthcare choices matter. Get the care you need from the name you trust.
Your first day of retirement. What will you wake up to? Freedom? Time? Adventure? Your ideal retirement doesn't just have to come alive in your dreams. Awaken to your new reality. Awaken your spirit, your vision. It's not a dream. It's your next chapter, your future, and it's in reach. Next generation retirement doesn't happen by accident. Plan for your bright future. Awaken to what's possible.
Adventure has a new look. The 2022 Subaru Forester Wilderness. Shore-footed symmetrical all-wheel drive. Paired with all-terrain Yokohama Geolander tires. Plus 9.2 inches of ground clearance. Discover adventure on a deeper level. The all-new 2022 Subaru Forester Wilderness.
Irvine Subaru. Buy online, just come in to sign. Get 2 years complimentary maintenance included on all new Subarus.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Elsie Addington here. Well, how are you?
I'm fine, Lisa. Better now that I've seen you again.
Oh, you're so sweet, and we're very happy that you're here. I'm glad you can come in and share some interesting information with us about the meetings. And I know that those meetings can go very long and lots of discussion, but all in all, you have some success things that you want to talk about.
Thank you, Lisa. It's so good to see you again. We had some unfinished business at GRF this month, as we usually do. And the first one I want to talk about is we entertained a motion to cancel duplicate bridge tournament room reservation rental rate. And of course, this has been on a 28-day notification since May. So all of these were unanimously passed. The second one was entertain a motion to approve broadband services reconnection fee. And this also was passed unanimously. And that's when people have lost, or actually when we've taken away people's use of broadband for a specific period of time. Before they can get it reconnected, they need to pay the fee up front, which is a little over $50. And that was brought into our regulations. And the Interboard Anti-Harassment, Anti-Abuse, and Anti-Intimidation Policy, and the formation of a joint hearing body. This is something that's been going, it's been long in the development, and it's very much in the news these days, harassment, abuse, and intimidation. And this is for everybody, hopefully. Once we get all consolidated, it'll be, this is staff, residents, contractors, directors, anybody harassing or intimidating anybody will fall under this section now. And we're going to put together a joint hearing body to adjudicate. And we also entertained a motion to move benches to improve pedestrian movement. And the reason we've crossed out bus is, who knew? The people that first wrote this up, we didn't realize that bus benches have specific characteristics, such as a shade over them. So these are just regular benches, and we've approved 38 to be moved. This was brought to our attention by the Vision Club, which advocates for visually impaired folks in the village. And we hadn't really thought about, or whoever put them in there, you don't think about visually impaired people walking along and enjoying our sidewalks like everybody else, and all of a sudden they hit this impediment. So we've identified 38 buses that need to be moved off the sidewalk and then behind. So so all pedestrians can walk more freely in these 38 areas. And finally, the clubhouse maintenance programs were discussed. And Manuel Gomez, who's the director of our M&C program, gave us a nice initial presentation, enough for us to, send him back to get a plan worked out. And this is like a preventative maintenance. You know what a maintenance means, Lisa? It's like sort of like we do in very much like we do in the housing mutuals. This will be for the clubhouses, et cetera, et cetera. There is maintenance done on them now, but our president was interested in having a methodical, doable plan for clubhouse maintenance. And Mr. Gomez did a fine job of presenting it to us. And that's all of our unfinished business.
Right. Okay.
Okay, any more questions?
About that? No, I think you're very clear about it. I mean, I think all these things are really important, and I'm glad you guys are discussing it, and you're making some progress there. So you have some new business that you want to talk about.
We do, and this is also, well, this is actually kind of exciting if it's short. We entertain, and there's been some misunderstanding here, and I'm here to straighten it out. We entertained a motion to approve the replacement of stop signs throughout the community. Now, this is only 21 stop signs at 16 different locations. Those locations were selected because last year, our security patrol officers handed out 500 notices of violation for running stop signs, 500 violations. And those are just the ones that they caught. And this is a pretty serious safety issue with all the pedestrians and bike riders and visually impaired and cars. And I mean, we really have very active streets for a little community of all different types of travelers. So they identified the locations where the heaviest, apparently, I mean, all we have are the tickets to go by, but the most egregious violation centers were these 16 that are on this list. And, but there's a total, like one of these has 4 signs, the one at Avenida and Majorca has 4 signs. It'll be from all 4 directions, and so they're all different layouts. But anyway, we're hoping that, and that's for about $40,000, I think, but it's a small price to pay for extra security. And what it is it has a flashing red light on it. That's the big deal about these stop signs. Sorry.
Well, that's important, though.
And they're solar powered,
Yeah.
and but they'll go all night long. And so we'll hopefully when people will see a flashing stop sign, maybe they'll come to a stop. You know, I should have led with that, shouldn't I?
No, that's okay.
So we aren't just throwing in a bunch of new stop signs that look like the old ones. These will have flashing red lights on them.
Excellent.
And they're solar powered, so they're
Wonderful.
yeah. So, and then there's a map that shows the various locations, and as you can see, they're pretty much sprinkled all over the
Is it the purple?
community. No, it's a little red dot.
Oh, the little red dots. Yes. Oh, I see the little red dots.
See
It's really
them
hard to see these things.
Down by
Okay,
Clubhouse
so I see. Yeah,
3,
yeah.
see there's
Yeah.
4 down by Clubhouse 3.
Right.
And then over and by Monte Hermosa, there's quite a few. And then there's a few sprinkled over in my neighborhood and over in my friend's neighborhood.
Right, right.
On the other
Okay.
side of the golf course.
Okay, good. Now that map, I think you can see in the Village Breeze, that particular map. Now, whether or not the red dots are on there, I'm not sure, but
This is the same map as in the
Oh,
Village.
okay, so it is the same
in the
thing.
Village
Okay,
Breeze,
great.
but yeah, I don't know unless they put an article in the Breeze about
Okay.
the new stop signs. So,
all right.
And you know, it's much more of an awareness thing. If you see somebody
Yeah.
taking out your stop signs, they're not, you know,
They're not stealing them.
They're not stealing them. They're replacing them with
Okay.
these flashing ones.
Perfect.
And
now, this
I'm
is
sorry.
funny, your new business. We were reading this, we're like, what? So now tell us what this means.
Well, somebody, I think probably everybody by now has heard of little Sebastian,
Sebi, yes.
who I think was named after the little baby horse in Parks and Recreation, but I could be mistaken on that. I'm not sure.
Oh, could
but
be.
Little Sebastian was
Yes.
like, he was their town mascot. And this little Sebastian is just gone to everybody's heart. And somebody came along and said, you know, I want to make sure that, you know, little Sebastian's taken care of. And they knew they'd be taken care of, but
Right.
they wanted to make a generous gesture. And so they donated $3,000 to help towards the board and care of little Sebastian.
Wow.
I know. And you'd think that GRF could just take the money. That's what,
Yeah.
that's GRF, right. I mean, I would tell them how to fill out the check. But we live and learn. GRF can't just accept
Right.
contributions.
Right.
They have to, it has to go through a little system, which has been gone through, and then we have to, the board has to approve accepting.
Right.
And I guess, you know, maybe if Attila the Hun wanted to donate $1 million, we
Yeah.
would say no.
Right. But it's kind of like, it's like a sponsorship, right? So that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of, okay.
No, well, yeah, we have to, I think,
Okay.
this is, I don't exactly understand why. It's just in the, it's in
Right.
the rules.
All right.
So
Well,
that's what
good.
this
So they
is.
can, so they can do that, and maybe other people would like to do the same.
Oh, yeah, anytime anybody wants to contribute money
Yeah.
to one of GRF's projects, please give us a call.
Well, of course, you could always, they could email general manager at vmsinc.org.
Yes, they certainly could.
And they could send their comments or questions or
Or they could
potential
send
donations.
they could send me the check, and I'd be pleased to do all the legwork for them.
Okay.
That was just a joke, not a very good one.
All right. Well, thank you for the information. We appreciate it.
And I just have one final thing to say, and that is this last May, I believe it was in May, we went to a lovely employee recognition function, a ceremony over in Clubhouse 7, and it was really lovely, but that's not, I just want to congratulate the spring 2022 recipients of the Employee Recognition Awards,
Oh,
because
that's
that was, we don't thank our staff often enough.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. Of course, if you want more information about anything we have just discussed, you can always go to LagunaWoodsVillage.com website, and you can always type in Golden Rain Foundation, and their meetings are held first Tuesday of every month. We'll be right back.
Okay, hello, my name's Tom McCrae. I'm the Golf Operations Manager here at Laguna Woods Village. There's been a hot topic currently with the GRF boards and with conversations around the community with access to the paths around, in and around the golf course, and its safety. We wanted to kind of go over that today and kind of give everybody an idea about what is safe and what is not, what is approved and what is not. And when you are doing something that maybe we don't necessarily recommend, on how best to do it. Historically, what the perimeter path has been called is from this point here, which is right by the pickleball courts, the path that goes outside the perimeter of the golf course and ends up over at Clubhouse 4, at the Arts and Crafts Center at Clubhouse 4. That has been historically the use by pedestrians and people using their personal golf carts to navigate from that side of the property over to the other side of the property in as safe a manner as possible. Keeping in mind, and we'll go out there and we'll take a look, keeping in mind that those areas are actually on the playable parts of the golf course. And as there aren't a lot of professional golfers playing here, the golf balls will tend to go in areas that they're not intended. Actually, most golf balls that are hit in a direction that they're not intended, and they're coming very close to people that may be walking onto the golf course. So what we're going to try to cover today is just the overall idea of how to use those paths, what we recommend doing and not doing, and kind of giving you an overall idea so you can be safe while you're out there. Okay, hello again. This is the Y in the road leading up from the 9th hole at course number 3, and this is where a lot of people don't want to follow the signs. From a safety standpoint, if you are playing golf on course number 3 at the time, and this is your hole, you're going to go off to the right, and that's how people are going to actually start playing the hole. If you are not a golfer or you are not golfing yet, if you have not checked in for your tee time, make sure that you travel to this side, to the left side of the path. This way you're going to be behind the netting and you're not going to be in danger of getting hit with golf balls. So please make sure that as you drive around, if you're a golfer playing the golf course, a pedestrian, or a non-golfer just heading up to Stater Brothers, make sure you follow the signs to be safe. Okay, one other point that we have an issue with from time to time is people that are trying to go across the golf course to get back to the clubhouse or get to the tennis courts, whatever the case may be, driving through the middle of the golf course. And that's something that, number one, it's a big safety issue. It's also a course wear issue because you're going to run into people that are occupying the cart paths that are playing the golf course. That's how it's designed. We have a system in place for you to get from one end of the property to the other, and it is the perimeter path. So if you see this sign, if you are going to the clubhouse or you're going to play course 3, please follow the perimeter path on the left. It is not allowed to go through the middle of the golf course by going to the right and trying to go up the middle of the course. There's golf balls being hit, there's carts that are going to be in the way, and we just ask that you make sure you follow the perimeter path. It's really not that much farther, it's not that much inconvenience. So please make sure you're following the signs. Okay, this is our main area of concern. This is an area that's heavily trafficked by pedestrians and people getting from one end of the property to the other. This is the 16th hole or the 7th hole on course number 2. And this is the par 5, and as you can see from looking behind me, we're very, very close to the playing of the round of golf. I have somebody right behind me about to hit a ball, and it's very close to the sides of the fairway. So this is why we don't recommend using this as a pedestrian path. If you can look slightly off to my left, the white line on the border of this path is actually the edge of the golf course. So all of this area is actually on the playable parts of the golf course. I don't know how many people watch a PGA Tour event online, or on television, and you'll actually see tour professionals, the best in the world, firing balls into the gallery where the gallery would be in an area just like this. So as you're in this area, just know that we have signs posted to beware of flying golf balls, and just know that at any moment, I'm actually a little worried right now, so I got one of the sound guys watching my back while we stand here. As you can see, there's a player right here that does not have to hit that poor of a shot to come into this area. So please, your judgment would be your judgment, but right now we recommend not using this area. Okay, everybody, and while we don't recommend using this path for pedestrian traffic, exercise, walking your dog, and things like that, if you do choose to do that, there are a few things that we'd like to point out to keep you safe and to actually help the golfers still enjoy their round of golf. What you can see behind me is you can see some players about to strike a ball. As you're walking down the path, I just ask that you look in and you watch the people that are about to strike a golf ball or are in the process of striking a golf ball, and there's some different tricks that you can take to be safe. If you see somebody, as she's about to hit a golf ball down there, is to stand where you're standing, stop, wait, and watch. And as soon as you see that golf ball traveling, you'll get a good sense of where that golf ball is going to go. And if it's coming right at you, you can take a moment to simply move out of the way. Now I see that ball and it's a little bit short, so I'm actually in good shape. Now, if you do that for just enough time and you're watching until everybody's hit, once you see everybody hitting and either getting out their pull cart and starting to walk or getting in their golf cart and starting to drive, that's the time when you can continue to walk, because nobody's striking a ball. Just know that all the golfers that are playing and they tee off in 8-minute intervals. And this golf course is extraordinarily popular. There are people, if we were to pan around, and we'll get some B-roll of the golf course, and you'll see that it's very, very full all the time. So there's going to be group after group. So to be safe, you're going to wait. Now you see the golf carts traveling. Now you see her driving her golf cart up here. At this point, that's when I would start to walk, and I would keep an eye to see if somebody is going to hit a shot there. Then I can walk by them safely. And also, as you come up as you're walking around the golf course or driving your cart, a common occurrence we just call it poor etiquette, is if you come up on a golf hole, the starting point is called a teeing ground. And if somebody is about to hit their tee shot, or somebody's about to hit a shot on the fairway, don't drive up behind them, don't walk up behind them. What we ask you to do is to come up, and you see they're about to hit, is just stop and wait. And as soon as all the players in that group have hit, then it's safe to walk. Then you follow them down the fairway, and always keeping an eye on where they are so they're not hitting a golf ball behind you. Those are the safety points to operating in this area, but again, we don't recommend it because golf balls generally are not going to go where they're designed, and this area is actually quite condensed, and you'll end up in a very dangerous situation.
May know Age Well for delivering life-saving Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors. But did you know they keep seniors active and engaged at 10 modern centers? Serve nutritious congregate meals amid friendly surroundings. Transport seniors safely to and from appointments. And provide much-needed equipment and other essential services. Now, this vital nonprofit organization needs your support to sustain its mission. This is Age Well Senior Services. Won't you make it yours?
few announcements for you. Of course, we do have our Monday movie for you. And the Monday movie is The Last Samurai, and that stars Tom Cruise, and you can catch that today at 2 and 6 p.m., both with closed captioning, and that is brought to you by Memorial Care. All right, there's a food distribution on Wednesday, and that is put on by Saddleback Church, and it's going to be at the United Methodist Church right on Moulton Parkway, and that's from 9:30 to 10:30. So 9 a.m. to 10:30. And you can always just drive through and pick up some groceries and you're on your way. All right, the 90s luncheon is coming up for everyone who is over 90. That is going to be June 21st at 11:30 in the morning, Clubhouse 5. It is a charge for those who are the guests of $21, but those who are over 90 are free for the luncheon. If you want more information about that, you're going to go to recreation@vmsinc.org. And then, of course, Father's Day is this Sunday. If you would like to participate, there is a Father's Day brunch that is happening, and you can certainly participate with that. And that is on the 19th at Clubhouse 5 at 11. And again, you'll want to contact recreation@vmsinc.org. All right, let's take a look at the weather. Of course, we are looking at sunny skies after we burn off the fog pretty much every morning this week. Well, it is June, so we are in the midst of June gloom. We are looking at 75-62, 77-64, 82-69, then warmer 85-62, and then back down to 80-60. Have a great Monday. We'll see you again tomorrow right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Number one reported accident for a senior is a fall.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. If you've taken a bad fall or your balance isn't what it used to be, it's time to try 60 Up. It's safe, it's effective balance training that can get you back on your feet in as little as 3 weeks, like it did me.
If you have balance, strength, or mobility issues, you need 60 Up.
Within a couple weeks, my balance has improved.
If you're feeling scared, you need 60 Up.
It works.
Go to 60up.com. That's the number 60up.com.
It changed my life, and it can change yours too.
You could be caught by storm, or just caught red-handed. Maybe you caught some sun, or a run with a twist. Life is full of surprises. Your health is no different. Get access to nationally renowned physicians, 225 locations, 24/7 face-to-face virtual care options, e-visits, and much more. With trusted care that 97% of patients would recommend, it's everything you need, all from one health system. Make the one choice that takes care of everything. Choose Memorial Care.
What sets Made Pro apart from other cleaning companies? Well, for starters, we're pros. So we're pro scrubbing, dusting, shining. We're pro kid and pet friendly. We're pro doing things your way, like not touching your messy desk. We're pro neat freak. We're pro affordable and pro Monday afternoons because that time was just right for you. In short, Made Pro is pro you. Made Pro, because your standards aren't standard.